Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Steve. This is my wife, Lindsay, and today we're going to be reacting to a video titled Educated American Thinks He Can School Police in London. I'm not really sure what they mean by educated in quotations in this title. I'm guessing that this must mean that the American is some sort of tourist that must get confrontational or up in the face of this police officer or something. Not really sure what to expect here, but this has popped up in my feed countless times at this point. I'm finally just like, okay, this looks interesting, and I really want to explore cops in the UK more often, and this is something I really haven't explored much on this channel so far.
I haven't seen anything.
Right, you don't even know anything about cops in the UK at all. Do you know that cops, I don't know, is it just cops in London or England or the UK entirely, they are also called bobbies?
I did know that, I think from like movies or shows or something, but
Yeah.
I've heard that. That's about all I know.
And another surprising thing is your average police officer isn't carrying a gun.
Really?
And in some cases, they're not even carrying a weapon, from what I understand. Like, supposedly, they have to go through special training just to be able to carry a taser. They might be able to carry pepper spray.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
not really
I would think, yeah, I would think you'd have to go through special training.
Well, not just special training. It's like only certain, it's not just about the training itself. Only certain police officers are allowed to carry the weapons. But what I did learn is, generally speaking, very quickly, if they do need backup, they can quickly call in and they'll be there like really quickly, like the police officers with guns. I forgot what the different departments or whatever are called. Yeah. Let us know in the comments, guys, or share some recommendations about videos about police in the UK or Ireland. This is a topic that I definitely want to explore more, and I think Lindsay would probably find it fascinating as well. But yeah, guys, don't know what to expect here. Do you have any idea what this video is going to be about?
No, I'm internally cringing already. So I don't know.
It could go one of two ways, but yeah, based off of what it's saying, educated in quotations, I can't imagine this is going to go very well. So I guess we'll just go and jump in here and check this out.
All right.
All right, guys, let's check out the educated American thinks he can school police in London.
Am I free to, no, am I free to go?
No, not at the moment.
So am I being detained?
You've been detained here for the moment, yes.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that there's been a serious assault inside the premises.
What does that have to do with us?
Okay, right off the bat, I will say I'm not a fan of the agitation of him, because she literally has a real reason to stop him. I mean, she's basically saying there has been an assault, and we haven't got that far yet, but it sounds like maybe they fit the description, or maybe they don't even know who they're looking for yet. And so they're just kind of questioning people. And if I was the victim of a crime, I would want the police to do that. I would Now, it is one thing if a police officer stops you and they literally just stopping you to harass you. They have no reason to. But if she has a real reason, there is some kind of crime that's taking place, then, you know, you don't need to be so agitated about that.
Yeah, and I just want to say I'm really big on context of situations.
Yes.
So I don't know what's happened up to this point.
Me neither.
Or what was discussed. Like, obviously, I don't think he was filming from the very beginning. So that, I mean, I don't want to judge too harshly on either side.
Right.
Because you don't know the full story, but...
Right.
Because you may be involved, or you may be
There's
a
a person.
witness.
There's a person gave you a description of whatever was involved.
Very vague description, and that's
Okay.
what we're trying to
There's a
find.
white guy and a black guy here. Do either one of us fit the description?
I think at this point you can tell what sort of interaction this is going to be. I mean, again, we have to understand that obviously in an ongoing investigation, where there's an investigation that's taking place currently, as you know, these people were having a conversation, there are certain, you know, prerequisites that you have to understand and have to take on board, especially when it comes to an ongoing investigation.
Description.
Eh?
You might be a witness.
I told you. I've already told you. I have not seen anything.
Yeah, I don't agree with the witness thing.
Is the case?
Well, the case is, I'm telling you, I haven't seen anything.
The
This
thing is,
gentleman said he hasn't seen anything.
Yeah. But the thing is,
Now,
until
I'm.
we speak
What is
to
your name?
PC Hawkins.
And what is your name?
Lucy Jones.
Am I free to go?
They're both
Being
Casey.
detained.
On what grounds? I'm American, so I know.
Now, normally I don't.
Okay. No. I'm American, so I know.
Buddy, I was kind of with you until you
That was cringe.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. You don't know anything, dude. You might be in America and you might know, but you go to any other country.
The laws are totally different.
Laws are totally different.
Totally different.
You don't know anything, dude. Like that right there no matter what the situation is, I hear that and like, oh my God, you are full of yourself, dude. Yeah. I would never say that in the UK. I don't care how many police videos I watch or whatever.
I wouldn't say that anywhere.
Right? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. No, no, man. Okay. All right.
I wish, before we go any further, I wish I had already had like a little bit of an understanding of what the laws are like in the UK. Because I don't know anything about, like, I know they don't have a constitution like we have.
Well, they have
not the same.
No, it's not the same, exactly. Yeah. They don't, like, certain things are worded differently. Like, we have the, you know, the First Amendment. We have the freedom of speech. They have the freedom of expression. Correct me if I'm wrong there, guys, but it's the freedom of expression, right? That's actually something I haven't looked into. But
I want to look more into that.
Yeah, I do too. Freedom of speech versus freedom of expression, because I know there is a difference there. I just don't know exactly what that difference
That'd
is.
be interesting.
Yeah.
Really get involved in these sort of situations, but I have to on this occasion because I feel like the American person has so this sort of vendetta or this, you know, this demeanor that sort of demands authority or demands
I don't like that.
Which is okay, I get that, but at the same time, you are in a foreign land, you are a tourist in a land, so you should, you know, try and understand what the people are telling you, the people that are from the land, and do not expect them to go along by the laws or the jurisdiction that you have in your country.
Absolutely.
That's just nonsensical. That makes no sense.
On what grounds? Be careful what you say. On what grounds am I being detained for?
You've been explained enough times.
I'm going to get up and leave. Is there a reason why I cannot leave?
If you just bear with me a few minutes,
I don't want to bear because I don't want to bear with you until you told that guy to stop using his phone. That's why
Right, the concern I have, okay, is that for all I know...
Am I free to go?
No, listen a minute.
No, forget about all that. Am I free to go?
Dude, just listen for a moment. She hasn't been confrontational with you. She hasn't been... she hasn't shown anger towards you. She's been respectful to you. Just listen for a second. Yeah. I can completely understand if a police officer is completely acting like, you know, over, like using their authority to harass you, right? But it's a completely different thing. She's respectful. There's some sort of crime. You don't even know what it is because you haven't given them time to even explain it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, the situation is just being escalated for no reason.
It's being escalated because he wants to be this, I don't even know what to call it.
Like, know-it-all, just...
Right.
I don't know.
And I agree with what you said earlier about context because it can be, you know, I could completely... Like, I'm not always going to root with the police if the police are acting in the wrong, or acting like using their authority to abuse or harass people, right? I'm not going to be for that. But that's not the situation I've seen so far in this. He's just started from the beginning having this chip on his shoulder just because it was a police officer.
Right.
You know?
No, I do think it is a little strange that if they've supposedly had a tip on suspects and it was very vague, like, why... Are they singling everyone out or just them?
That would be, that's context again. I wish I had, and we don't. Like, are they literally stopping every single person
who was in the area
that may be male or something because there may have been some sort of assault on a female or who knows? But like, I really wish I knew that context, because that could definitely guide the way you feel about the situation a little more. But
either way, there's no reason it's going, there's no need to.
There's no reason to be that agitated.
No, you've asked me. You've
yes, ma'am. Am I free to go?
And I'm just explaining to you.
Am I free to go? Yes, I'm aware, totally aware. Am I free to go?
No, you haven't let me answer the question.
Yeah, because you guys, like, I'm sitting here, I'm cooperating.
Again, I don't want to be that guy, but maybe I'm watching the wrong video because I'm not seeing the cooperation. Where is it? At what point did that happen? Or is it going to happen? I'm just a bit confused, but yeah, let's go.
But now, like, you guys are pushing, you can't use the bathroom.
Wait, what?
I've explained to you I can't use the bathroom.
I wish I knew how long it's been up to this point.
She said something about...
Like, if they have been there an hour, at this point, I could maybe see why you're starting to feel a little upset.
It doesn't sound like it's that, though. It sounds like it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, I don't know.
But... my thing is, like, dude, let her say what's going on. I'm thinking, I mean, the way it seems like if he would just go along with it, seems like something that would just pass by really quickly, based off what it seems.
You haven't let me explain yet.
Okay, that's...
No, you don't want... Now you're ready to explain because the video camera's on. Ma'am,
no, I had already explained because it's on my video camera.
Okay, but
I had already
your video camera only gets used in case of an incident that needs to be reported.
No.
Okay.
Not necessarily. It can be used for anything. It can be used
Okay,
for complaints or
exactly,
anything.
exactly. A complaint, exactly.
Yes.
So if he complains, you have to pull that video camera up. If nobody complains, you don't need to pull it up. So I'm asking you, are we free to go?
All right, cool. Let's go. This guy is keeping me busy, but I don't mind. Let's do this. So, in the UK, if a police officer records you with his body cam, you can have access to that footage because you are a data subject and they are data handlers. So, according to GDPR policies and the new framework that's been put into place, you can have access to that content regardless of whether you're making a complaint,
cool.
whether you are
That
making a
could be
story,
how it
or
is.
Could
you
be
just
the way
wanna
it is,
record
yeah.
yourself. You can have access to that footage. Now, I'm not sure whether the same principles apply to a foreign national. So, in this case, an American. So, might have to look into that. But
Are we free to go?
Right. No. Are you going to let me
Are we being
explain
detained?
to you? Are you going to let me
No,
explain to you?
no, I'm just answering my questions. Are we free to go?
Okay, so one thing I want to say about the camera, that's good because if you can easily get access to the footage from the police officer, and I'm guessing they are required to be rolling at all times, rolling the footage at all times. And here in the U.S., they definitely are. They have to have their body camera on at all times when they're in the middle of whatever. But I don't know if we can just as easy as that sounds get footage. I know we can if it's been some sort of serious crime, it's used in court and whatever, but I don't know if it's as easy as just going up there and being like, hey, I want this footage or not.
Yeah,
but
I've never had to.
The good thing about that is it definitely will keep both the police and the citizens more honest. Because if the police know that they're being recorded and you can access it any time, if you felt like you were in wrong by the police, then they're going to be more likely to be
do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing.
Also, I just want to say she is incredibly patient.
She does seem to be incredibly patient.
At least so far.
No, we've explained.
Why are we not free to go?
Because there's a crime that's been alleged that's happened in here.
Is there descriptions of the people?
Time to get a fuller description.
I told you
there
we just.
may be other accomplices involved. There may be significant witnesses. Okay.
If I get up and leave, is there you going to try to stop me from leaving? Is there any rules of saying that I cannot leave?
I would ask you.
You're asking me, but I don't want to stay anymore because I want to go.
Okay, one of the questions I have here is if this person doesn't fit the description of something that they have, are you stopping everybody else? Because if you literally are just stopping this person and you don't even have a description that fits them,
right? You're not even really giving a reason why,
right?
Not specifically,
right? If this person's just walking through the area and you don't necessarily have a description fits him, you just know a crime happened and you don't have a description, that would be a problem to me. I don't think that's okay.
Right.
It's only if this person, even if this remotely possibly fits the description, then, quickly go and see what the description is so you can resolve this and you can move on.
Right.
But again, I don't like the agitation that he started this with. So
my headache is now subsided and I'd like to leave. Am I free to go? Am I free to go?
That deaf player.
See what happens when someone's educated?
Well, I don't know if I'd say that.
Boy. I mean, where do we even start? Where do we start? I'm just going to say 2 words. Dunning-Kruger. Listen, man. You don't see us coming to your side of the pond and telling your cops how to do their jobs, man.
That's what I'm talking about right there. I would never go and assume that I know the laws and the way they work in another nation. And I would expect people to come to the U.S. and feel the same way. It's just it's respect for culture.
Yeah, and my question is, would this guy be confident and feel comfortable doing this in China or the Middle East?
I don't
think so.
Yeah.
I know I am. And he's free to go. Are you free to go?
I think so.
Yes. You're telling him he can't use the bathroom.
You can't because it's a scene of a crime. You've been
Okay.
explained that.
Scene of a crime?
But exactly.
Wait, this guy's walking on.
I'm confused.
Why is this guy walking on? Why is it just these 2 people?
It just seems very selective.
It does. Now, again, that doesn't take away from the fact he was confrontational to begin with, but I am curious, if this person's got to go to the bathroom, you're literally not going to let him go to the bathroom?
And he's already said, I wasn't involved. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Unless you have a literal reason, like a serious, concrete reason that
Right.
they should have.
I
to
fit the
stay.
description of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
So
She's already said it was very vague, and they
right.
don't know.
So like I can look at most situations and see both sides. In this
Yeah,
situation,
you're really good at that.
you think so? I think I'm good at
Yeah.
that. I think I'm very good at that. I think I'm very impartial.
I think you're as impartial as a human can be.
I would be a very good judge. Actually, you've told me that before.
Yeah.
Because I don't pick sides because of my preconceived notions. I look at the facts of what I'm seeing step by step, and then I determine what makes sense, what's logical. You know, where are we going with this? And I will say, depending on again, context is everything. Like you said, we don't have all the context. We don't know how long they've been waiting here. So like I can say if I've been waiting here an hour and no one's told me how I fit the description of this, I know I didn't do anything, I will eventually start getting agitated.
Yeah.
And so, but again, we come into this and I can only go on the fact it seems like he has been here for a short period of time.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And therefore you've had description of whatever the case may be.
No, we've had a description of where it happened. It's alleged to have happened.
Are we free to go? I need to answer now because I'm going to get up and leave.
She will be back and she will let you know.
No, I'm going to get up now and leave.
But you can't wait, what, 2 minutes? Less than
Why
that?
do I have to wait?
Okay.
So I'm lawfully being detained.
Okay, the police just said 2 minutes. Okay, so at that point, no matter how long you've been waiting, just give it that period of time. Calm down. Just give it that period of time.
Yeah.
But I again, it depends on context. We go back to it, and it really does depend on how long they've been waiting and how much longer it's expected to take.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's a big factor here.
Pardon?
Am I unlawfully being detained at this moment?
Not unlawfully, no.
Okay, so I am a free to go.
We've asked you to stay. She a fair thing to.
No,
to
it's
wait.
unfair because you
it's
told this
not.
gentleman he cannot use the bathroom.
You can't because it's a crime scene.
It is a crime scene, which is
Okay.
why
Yes. No, I'm not alright because we're free to. Are we being?
No, you're not free to go at the moment.
Okay. Well, what's the reason?
Well, we're still investigating what's gone on here. Something's happened. There's an allegation of crime, and we need to work out what's going on.
Okay. Do you have a description of those people?
We do, yeah.
Okay. Do either one of us fit description? One of
At
us.
the moment, yes.
Okay. So which one needs to go then?
You both need to stay.
Come on. There's a black guy and a white guy here. One of us fit the description.
I'll give him that. What is with all the
on what
trash
grounds?
everywhere?
On what grounds? Is because we don't know what's going on at the moment.
You need to find out because we
Well,
need
that's
to go.
what we're doing.
Oh, let's see what you're saying.
There's
Sir,
cans
obviously we
all
won't
over.
keep you here any longer than we need to.
No, it's the fact that they don't want to let him use his phone and use the bathroom. This is the only reason why I put my camera out.
Well, I've got my camera on as well.
It doesn't matter about your cameras. My camera is more important than yours.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Come on,
Funny.
dude.
Like,
Come on, man. This police officer, he just stated that they do have a description, and at least one of them fits the description, supposedly, right?
and the other one just told him they didn't. It was a vague description. They weren't quite sure who they were looking for.
So
So it's conflicting stories, but I don't know. It's
I don't know, but like
either way, he's not doing himself any favors.
he's not doing himself any favors with this, man. You know, like, because I can imagine that you're in a situation where I'm the police and you're just coming at me like this.
Yeah.
Like, my whole thing is, again, though, I want to know more context.
I know.
So are we being? I'm ready to leave now.
No, you're not going anywhere.
Okay, and are you going to stop me from leaving?
Yes, I will.
On what grounds?
Well, on the grounds that I suspect you might be involved in a criminal matter.
Okay, on a criminal matter.
Okay,
And
well-
this gentleman also.
Same.
Okay, what's your name?
It's Sergeant Hall.
And what's your name?
Sergeant Bing.
And your name again?
Jones.
And okay, so you're actually illegally detaining us
No,
right
we're
now.
not illegally detaining you.
They're not illegally detaining you. Like, if he's being honest here, which is a police officer, I'm guessing he's being honest here. He says they suspect you of a crime.
Well, can you tell me what crime it is?
That's the thing. I need to
Like, they're
know.
not explaining
But this is a different country. In the U.S., that is required. They have to tell you the crime.
Well, I would think anywhere you would have to know the crime.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't.
Otherwise, it's
in the U.S., you can't be detained unless there is
reasonable suspicion
of a crime, and you have to be told what that crime is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's where the American's going, but he needs to understand he's not in America.
Right.
You need to be prepared when you're going to any other country.
You really need to know the laws there.
Maybe you're not going to all the laws, but you need to.
But the general.
Yeah, you don't even need to necessarily know the laws. You need to just be respectful of of it may come up and be different from what you're used to. And for some reason, he just is not understanding that.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe you are because because the simple fact is you have a description of a person. There's a white guy and a black guy here, and you're still telling me that one of us is for description. So one of us needs to go.
You both need to stay. Look, I appreciate your frustration.
No, it's the frustration is that the guy wanted to use the bathroom and they didn't even want to let him use the bathroom. Now, if something happens to his bladder, it's on you guys.
Oh gosh.
You're not allowed to detain anybody from using the bathroom.
What to do?
Because you just don't, like I say,
Come with me for any toilet, public toilet. I'm going to do myself.
I was sitting there quietly. I only put my phone out because she didn't want to let him use the bathroom.
Yeah, well, sir, she's well within her rights due to the nature of the allegation.
You cannot stop someone from using the body fluids. No, you cannot. Are you serious? Are you listening? You're telling someone they cannot use the bathroom.
Sir, the nature of the allegation, we need to keep everyone...
I wonder what the allegation is.
I know. I
wish I knew.
I wish they could elaborate.
I'm not frustrated. Just that the guy, I know I ain't do nothing. That's why I only put this guy here wants to use the bathroom. You guys didn't want to let him use the bathroom.
All right, dude. Like, please quit acting like the other guy's 5 years old. If he needs to use the bathroom, he can speak up for himself.
Yeah.
My goodness.
He might have already, but...
Alright guys, so quickly just to give you a summary, these two gentlemen were stopped by police as they suspected them of being involved in a criminal incident.
What criminal incident?
As investigation was taking place, as the police were gathering evidence and information in regards to the incident, one of the suspects asks whether he can use the toilet. The police officers tell him that at that moment he could not use the toilet, he would have to hold it essentially, and this is where the gentleman with the camera, the American gentleman, steps in, brings out the camera and tries to record the altercation for his purposes. I hope you've enjoyed it. Smash a like and I'll see you next.
Oh my gosh, I am not okay. There's no resolution. Like, I don't...
Guys.
I don't know how it started and I don't know how it ended.
If anyone knows what happened here, if anyone knows this case and what happened, please let us know.
That's going to drive me crazy.
That's going to drive me crazy too. I want to know what happened. Like, was one of these people in the wrong? Did they fit the description as said?
Somebody needs to put together from start to finish the body cam footage with this so we can see the whole story.
But I think altogether what I would say about this video, it just all encompassing is that, like Lindsay said, context matters, and we don't have enough of that to truly understand how long have they been waiting? What information were they given before the camera came on? But I can only judge something off of what I've seen, and then if more information comes out, I can change my judgment on something. But based off what I see from the initial start of the video, this guy was just very confrontational, very hostile. And I saw the police being very, very soft, kind, for lack of a better word. And I can appreciate the aggravation of the other gentleman, the guy who's filming, depending on how long he's been waiting. But still, you're not doing yourself any favors by, and then the whole, I'm educated, I'm American, whatever it was, like, that was cringe.
Over the top.
That was cringe, dude. You don't know anything about the rules in this country, the laws in this country. You're from a different country. Get out of here. But, you know, and I don't know what the laws are like comparatively in regards to what the police are required to say to you when they're detaining you, or, you know, how long they can detain you without actually, you know, fully arresting you. Right. Like, I don't know any of that stuff. Guys, we'd love for you to share some links or some direction we can go to learn about that type of thing. But altogether, I didn't appreciate the hostility of the guy, but I also wish they would have gave more detail.
Right.
I wish, like, I could have seen them say, for like all of them say, yes, you fit this description that we have. I don't appreciate the hostility that a lot of people have to police just doing their jobs. But there are other times where we need more context to understand where's that hostility coming from? How long have they been waiting and all this? So
usually more to a story.
Yeah. So, you know, but you know, if this was me and a police officer stopped me here, just like the situation, you know, I would want to cooperate with them to allow them to conduct their business, to quickly rule out people so they can move on to other suspects or whatever.
You know what? Side note, like, we're totally done with this, but you know what happened to me when I was in college?
What?
I was eating in the, like, common lunch area, and this guy came and sat down with me. I was by myself, and he was another student, and he started talking to me and just being nice and, like, just hanging out. And there was a girl sitting to my left at a table by herself on her laptop, and I vaguely remember her getting up to go to the bathroom, and another guy walked by, and the other guy is talking to me, and apparently she came back and her laptop had been stolen. So I think in the moment I didn't think anything of it, but I think the guy who sat down with me was, like, there to distract me.
No kidding. Wow.
But I had no idea, even, like, right when it happened, that he knew the guy or that anything had occurred.
Right.
And so I just was like, wow, that's crazy, you know, like, we were talking about it. And then we got up to go to class, and I didn't know him. And I got a call, like, later that day, and I was called into the campus police office. And I was terrified because I had no idea why they were calling me in. And they're, like, grilling me, like, interrogating me, and I'm, like, scared because I don't even know what they're asking me about. And he, like, shows me the CCTV footage from, like, the cafeteria, and I see on the footage that her laptop, like, some guy came up while me and the other guy were talking, and he stole it. He's like, were you in on this? Like, were you helping them? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know this guy. And, like, they wouldn't believe me, and it was really scary. So, like, I think that's part of the reason why, at least for me, I'm less inclined to, like, want to cooperate with police, because they, like, a lot of times want to pin things on you, like, you know, but I do think that's why some Americans feel more wary of the police, because I feel like here it's more of a concern a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Than it is in the UK. Let us know.
Let us know, guys. But this video is probably getting pretty long. We've stopped quite a bit.
Yeah, it probably is. Sorry.
So anyways, guys, you got anything you want to say?
No.
All right. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey to discover anything and everything to do with the UK and Ireland. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Bye.